Welcome to Internet Quality Academy. The channel is for the quality control engineer, site engineer, and the civil engineer who are working in the construction field. In this channel, we are dealing with anything and everything which is required to get success in the construction. In today also, I am going to discuss about a very important topics about the concrete, that is gel space ratio. So, what is gel space ratio? Why it is important? What is the significance and how to determine the gel space ratio? And what is the relation between gel space ratio and water cement ratio. In today's video, I will discuss each and everything in detail. So stay tuned until then to get the full information. And if you're new in my channel, kindly subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that whenever I upload a new video, you will get immediate notification. So without wasting time, let's jump into the subject, that is what is gel space ratio. So it is my recommendation, do not skip any part of this video. Watch until the end, you will be getting full information about the gel space ratio. So first, what is the introduction, that is what is the gel space ratio. So definition is saying gel space ratio is the ratio of the volume of gel, that is hydrated cement paste. What does it mean? That means whenever we are adding water into the mix, water and cement start reacting and making a hardened paste, that is the gel. And the total volume of the gel plus the capillary voids. So that means inside the concrete, gel is there and there may be a capillary void. So this ratio is called the gel space ratio in the concrete. It is an indicator of the density and quality of the hardened cement paste. So why it is important? This ratio is crucial parameter that impacts the strength, durability and permeability of the concrete. A higher gel space ratio generally leads to denser and more durable concrete. Relation, what is the microstructure? The microstructure of the concrete, including the amount of gel and capillary spaces, largely determines its physical and mechanical properties. That is why this gel space ratio is very much important, because it has the direct impact on the concrete strength, concrete durability, concrete homogeneity, concrete porosity, each and everything. That is why it is very much important to know the gel space ratio. The next is role of gel and capillary space in the concrete. So we need to know why it is important. What is a gel? First things, gel is the primarily consist of hardened cement paste products, including calcium silicate and hydrate, that is CHH, that is responsible for binding the aggregate particle together. That means gel means that the hydrated cement paste. Now, what is the capillary space? These are the void left in the concrete paste due to the water evaporation. That means the gel is the hydrated cement paste and the space is the capillary space of the voids if the water is evaporating. So high capillary space can lead to weaker and more porous concrete. So if the concrete is weaker, that means we will not get that much of strength. And if it is a porous, what will happen? The water will increase inside the concrete, carbon dioxide, chloride, sulfating, and other harmful chemical also penetrate inside the concrete. And if it is penetrate, then water with the calcium and everything, that is again deterioration of the concrete and corrosion of the steel will occur. Again, it will deteriorate the RCC structure or the stability of the concrete. So that is the why it is important. The balance between gel and capillary space influence the concrete's performance. More gel and fewer voids mean the stronger and the less permeable concrete. So this is the role of gel and capillary space in the concrete. The next is significance of gel space ratio. First is the strength. Higher gel space ratio correlates with higher compressive strength. Why? If higher gel space ratio, that means fewer voids. That means density is more and there is a homogeneous concrete. So we'll get the higher strength. And if the gel space ratio is less, that means more air voids. And if the more voids is there, capillary voids is there, that means it's a porous concrete and the density will be less. That is why it's not the homogeneous concrete, then the strength will be less. Then durability, already discussed. If the more porous concrete, that means the gel space ratio is low. That means the more capillary voids. And if the capillary voids void, durability is a concern because if the chemical attacks and the freeze cycle will occur and concrete health and the concrete strength will be deteriorate. Then permeability and porosity. Lower capillary porosity means reduced pathways of water and harmful substances to penetrate, enhancing durability and the services life. So that is why the gel space ratio is significant in the concrete. The next is calculation of gel space ratio. How we'll calculate the gel space ratio? The gel space ratio is equal to volume of gel, that means total hydrated cement, divided by volume of gel plus volume of capillary voids or the capillary space. And what is the required parameter to determine the formula or determine the gel space ratio? The calculate the gel space ratio factor like the degree of cement hydration and water cement ratio are essential. This water cement ratio are directly correlated with the gel space ratio. I will come later how it is correlated with the water cement ratio. Then the gel space ratio changes based on how much cement is hydrated and the initial water cement ratio. So I will come later to what is the correlation in between the water cement ratio and the gel space ratio. The next is number 5 is what is impact of water cement ratio on gel space ratio. See, lower water cement ratio is means a lower determinant ratio means generally leads to less capillary void space, that means higher gel space ratio, and if the higher gel space ratio, the resulting in stronger concrete, and higher water cement ratio increase the capillary void. So decreasing the gel space ratio means the more porous concrete, so the strength and durability is a consequence. So lower water cement ratio is always important and important factor for the gel space ratio also. So what is water cement ratio and how to select the water cement ratio and what are the factor affecting the water cement ratio? I have made a detailed video, link is there or in the description. Please check, you will get the full information. So it is to be required to optimize the water cement ratio in order to get the right kind of gel space ratio and in order to get the strength and durability of the concrete. The proper water cement ratio selection is essential for maximizing strength and durability by improving the gel space ratio. The next is relationship between gel space ratio and the strength of the concrete. So already I discussed that studies show that gel space ratio increase, the compressive strength also rises. Theory, why? The gel space ratio increase means the less voids or the less porous. That means external loads more effectively, thereby increasing the strength. So relationship is critical in designing the concrete structure. And how we can find the relation, that is given by the Power and Brownwood by an equation called the Power and Brownwood equation. It describes the relationship between the gel space ratio and the strength of the hardened cement paste or the concrete. It forms the basis or understanding how the microstructure of the hydrated cement paste influence the compressive strength of the concrete. So what are the equation? The equation is F is equal to F0 into G cube. So where F is the compressive strength of the concrete, F0 is the maximum strength achieving when the gel space ratio occupies the space. Gel is fully occupies the space and G is the gel space ratio. Sometimes it is defined F is equal to 250 into X cube, that X is the gel space ratio. Here it is not dependent of the age of the concrete, it is directly dependent on the gel space ratio. So this Power and Brownwood equation is very much important to determine the compressive strength of the concrete with respect to the gel space ratio. So these are the between the relationship between gel space ratio and strength of the concrete, and we can find out by the Power and Brownwood equation. The next is factors affecting gel space ratio. So what are the factors affecting gel space ratio? Why you need to know? Because if we know what are the factors that are affecting the gel space ratio, then we can play on that factor to increase the gel space ratio in order to get the strength and the durability of the concrete. So what is the first thing? That the cement concrete, curing condition and hydration level. So cement content can increase the volume of gel, thereby increasing the gel space ratio. But that also we need to take care. The If we increase the cement, then the heat of hydration will be more. So that also we need to take care in the mix design. So how to do the mix design, I have made a detailed video. Link is there or in the description. Please check, you will find out full information about how to do the mix design. And the curing condition, it is very much important. So adequate curing promotes continuous hydration, leading to more gel formation and higher gel space ratio. So if the curing is not adequate, what will happen? The water will evaporate from the mix and there will be a capillary void is created. And if the capillary void is created, that means gel space ratio will be lower. And if that means again the strength and durability will be the problem. So curing is very much important. And then the hydration level, the extent of cement hydration directly affects the gel space ratio. More hydration results, that means more gel formation. If it is not properly hydrated, that means the gel space ratio will be less. There will be a voids. So these are the factors which are affecting the gel space ratio. So whenever we are selecting our concrete, we need to keep in mind that these are the factors which are affecting the gel space ratio, and accordingly we need to do the mix design. The next is practical application and relevant concrete mix design. That in high performance concrete design, engineers use the gel space ratio to achieve dense, high quality concrete for critical infrastructure. Then durability focus mix and high rise building, marine structure and bridges benefit from concrete with an optimization gel space ratio, where the strength and durability is really a concern, where the durability is the really in an environment is the exposure condition is very much harsh, the severe. In that case, we need to do the mix design properly. We need to select the gel space ratio. So we can also optimize our mix design in order to optimizing the gel space ratio. Then what is the limitation of gel space ratio concept? There is also limitation. So not sole indicator for quality. See, although gel space ratio is important, other factors like aggregate quality, air content, and curing methods also influence the concrete performance. So not only the gel space ratio is only the factor for the concrete strength and durability, the other factor also important. So variability in the field condition. Factors like inconsistent hydration and environmental condition can make it challenging to rely solely on gel space ratio. That is the limitation. And then supplementary parameters. Other indicators like compressive strength, stress, and durability assessment are used in conjunction with the gel space ratio. So these are the few limitation about the gel space ratio that also we need to take care whenever we are selecting the concrete. And methods to improve gel space ratio. Then enhancing hydration, that means we need to ensure that all cement should be hydrated. Then reducing the capillary voids, limiting the water cement ratio that already discussed, reducing the excess capillary voids, supplement is cementitious material using fly ash, silica fumes, and slag can improve the microstructure and increase the gel space ratio. Also, the curing condition, that curing should be adequate in order to maintain the proper curing so that there will be no voids inside the concrete. Then admixture also we can use chemical admixture like superplasticizer, enhance workability, allowing the for a lower water cement ratio without compromising the flow. So that is also important to improve the gel space ratio, that is enhancing hydration, reducing capillary voids, and admixture use. Though last but not but the least, that is the gel space ratio in concrete testing and quality control. That's the indicator in quality assessment. Standard test where there is no direct test for the gel space ratio. Tests like compressive strength indirectly reflect the effectiveness of gel space ratio. Then industry relevance, quality control professional use gel space ratio principle to fine tune the concrete. So these are the role in the quality control testing of gel space ratio. So these are the all about the gel space ratio of the concrete, why it is important and everything. And I hope you find it useful. And if you find it useful, kindly subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that whenever I upload a video, you will get immediate notification. And I'm waiting for your valuable comment so that from your valuable comment, everybody will be benefited. And if you want to know anything more about quality control and construction, please let me know. I will come with more content like this. Thank you once again for watching me.